In the previous exercise, I showed you how open paths don't always fare so well where Pathfinder operations are concerned. The same goes for strokes. So basically, just as closed paths are your friends, fills are your friends as well. When you're working with Pathfinder operations, strokes and open paths sometimes go completely away, especially if you have an open path that only has a stroke associated with it. Kiss it goodbye when you apply a Pathfinder operation, and I'll show you what I mean here. I'm still working inside that document timetaboo.ai, and you can see this word boo that I've constructed just using a combination of really either rounded rectangles or partially rounded rectangles. That is, pieces of rounded rectangles is what I really mean by that. And some of the rounded rectangles have strokes and fills, like this guy right here, and others have strokes but no fills. And then we've got this open path at this location right there that has a stroke and no fill associated with it. What I'm really looking for is computer letters on the order of this finished effect right there. So this is my final ghostrobot.ai file. And I've got strokes and fills associated with all of the letters at this point, but we're basically outlining all of our former strokes. So it looks great. Old school computer readable type. All right, so let's go back to Time to Boo. And let's just focus for the moment on the ooh, ooh exclamation point. We'll come to the B in the next exercise because it's more complicated. But I'm going to go ahead and grab these letters and the punctuation mark by dragging across them, by marking them with the black arrow tool. That also selects my talk balloon, so I'll shift-click on it in order to deselect it. And let's go ahead and unite all of these shapes together because that's really what we want, is a united effect. So I'll go ahead and click on the Unite icon. And notice that not only do all of my letters get filled in, my two O's both get filled in, but where the exclamation point is concerned, I lost that open path. So it just went away. Illustrator made no attempt whatsoever to keep that path outline for me. It just said, well, you know, this guy's open and it's stroked, so I don't know what to do for you, buddy. I'm just going to have to delete it. So anyway, that's no good. Let's go ahead and press Control-Z, Command-Z on the Mac to undo that operation. Things don't go too much better if we were to Alt-click or Option-click on the Unite icon. This time we keep our path outlines. They're not thrown away, but we do lose the stroke information that was formerly associated with this path outline right there, and we don't get the effect we're looking for. So let's try something different. I'm going to press Control-Z, Command-Z on the Mac once again. What you want to do is you want to take your strokes, which are not your friends, and you want to convert them into fills, which are your friends. How do you do that? Well, the same way we made the fingers, right? You go up to the Object menu, and you choose the Path command, and you choose what has to be one of the best commands inside of Illustrator. And notice, if you loaded my D keys, you've got a keyboard shortcut for outline stroke of Control / or Command / on the Mac. So anyway, I'll go ahead and choose the outline stroke command. Then we've gone ahead and outlined all the strokes and converted them to fills. So we have filled yellow shapes and filled black shapes. And now if I go over to the Unite icon, just click on it. That's all I have to do. Then I've gone ahead and united all of those shapes into one. So why did Illustrator not get rid of the holes inside of the O's? Why did it go ahead and keep those holes, which is exactly what we wanted? Well, I directed it to make sure to keep those holes by not filling those shapes. So because there were no fills there, they did not get included in the final united shapes. So remember, where you place your fills is going to make a difference when you go ahead and unite your shapes together, or when you apply any of the other Pathfinder operations for that matter. Now, I want to go ahead and apply different fills and strokes. So I'll press the I key to get the eyedropper tool, and then I'll click on this shape down here, the ellipse that has the blue fill and the black stroke, like so, and that goes ahead and loads the black stroke and the blue fill as we're seeing right there. So now strokes are our friends, of course. You can always apply fills and strokes after the fact to your united and otherwise Pathfinder modified paths inside of Illustrator. In the next exercise, we are going to bring to bear all of the knowledge I have taught you so far. So everything about strokes versus fills and open versus closed paths and unite and divide, we're going to need all of that information in order to convert these paths right here into a B.